want to say before the video starts, I do film on my phone, and I did crack it. So the screen is kind of broken, and so is the camera little lens, but I am getting it fixed next week, well, this week as I'm filming it. So, just a kind of disclaimer, the quality isn't going to be as good as it usually is. First off, for primer, the two primers that went against each other were Wet n Wild Coverall and e.l.f. Beautifully Bare. The e.l.f. primer had 53% vote, and the Wet n Wild had 47%. For foundation, I picked the two foundations that I love the most. These are Milani Conceal and Perfect 2-in-1 Foundation Concealer and Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation. The Milani foundation had 61 votes, and the Wet n Wild had 39. For concealers, the two that went up against each other were Wet n Wild Photo Focus Concealer and Hard Candy Glamouflage. Hard Candy had 65 votes, and Wet n Wild had 35. For powder, the two options were Wet n Wild Mattifying Powder that is clearly well loved, and an e.l.f. loose powder. Next, onto the rest of the face is bronzer and contour. So the two bronzers / contour that went up against each other were an e.l.f. bronzer in the shade Sunkissed, and the Wet n Wild dual-ended contour stick in the shade Light / Medium. The contour stick had 53 votes, and the bronzer had 47. So I'm not super amazing at contour, but it's decent. I don't usually do contour just because it looks a little funny on me, or I can't really do it right. But I think this isn't that bad. Now on to highlight. Two highlighters in the poll were Wet n Wild Hello Halo, it's a liquid highlighter, and an e.l.f. Baked Highlighter and Blush Duo in the shade Rose Gold, and I'm just going to use the highlighter portion. Moving on to brow products, the two brow products that went against each other were the Wet n Wild Retractable Brow Pencil and the Anastasia Dip Brow. Anastasia had 79% vote, and the Wet n Wild had 21%. So last time I used this product, my hair was dyed, so it did match better. So I'm just gonna blend this out, make it look not as noticeable. That may not look as blended out, but trust me, it is. For brow mascara, just to set my brows in place, I'm going to use the NYX Tinted Brow Mascara. I have been using this for a long time, and it's very good. Now for eye primers, the two that ran against each other are the e.l.f. Eye Primer and Liner Sealer, and the NYX Proof-It Waterproof Primer. The NYX Primer won 70% to 30%. Pizza Bread got some homemade pizza. Two palettes that went up against each other were Urban Decay Naked and Too Faced Semi-Sweet Chocolate Bar. And the Naked one, it had 61% vote, and this one had 39%. To start with the eyeshadow, I'm just going to take Virgin, this pearl colored eyeshadow, and just put that all over my lid. Next, I'm going to use Naked, this well-used color, and put that in the crease. Just ran that color on the lower lash line as well. I'm just going to take Buck, the darker matte shade, and I'm just going to put that in the outer crease. On Instagram, I did a picture of the palette in case anyone didn't know what it looked like, and I did all the swatches on my arm. And I asked people to send me shades and where to put them on my lid, and so I'm just going to keep the matte. And then only one person sent me what they wanted to do. So thank you to my friend Jasmine for doing that. So she told me to put Toasted, this kind of burnt rose gold color, on the middle lid, and then she said to put Sin on the inner corner, so I'm going to do that. And I'm going to use Hustle, the darker color, right after that, on the outer V. Now the eyeshadow is done. It looks very nice. Thank you, Jasmine, for the suggestion. Now moving on to eyeliner, which is probably where I'm going to mess this beautiful look up. So, The two eyeliners that went against each other were the Wet n Wild Mega Liner and the e.l.f. Cream Eyeliner. The Wet n Wild got 52% vote, and e.l.f. got 48. I'm going to attempt to do a tiny wing, so we'll see how that goes. So eyeliner is done. I didn't mess that up, so I will put a picture somewhere on screen in the corner of the look when I'm done. For mascara, I did two Wet n Wild mascaras. The Max Volume, which is the one that won, this had 52%, and this is the Lash Renegade that had 48%. So I'm going to curl my lashes and use the Max Volume.
Stop right there. For some reason, I don't know how it happened, but the lipstick portion of the video didn't record, but here's the poll.
So guys, Instagram picked my makeup. Comment down below what you think of this makeup, and if you'd like to see more makeup videos like this. If you did enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up, and make sure to subscribe and click the bell so you know when I post. I love you guys so much, and I hope you have an amazing day. Bye.
Of course, there's bloopers when it's me.
My storage keeps getting full, and it's really annoying. The NYX... The Max Renegade